Hello everyone, Alessandro Vigo here. Today we're going to talk about wickets, how to use them, how to place them onto the track in order to get the best use out of them. So first of all, let's have a look at a wicket run. This is a wicket run. Here we have Oscar going through few hurdles in Formia, the Italian Olympic Center, the past summer for Il Coach training camp over there. So as we can see, the main goal of the wickets run is basically help the athlete organize the movement of upper and lower limbs, finding out the best upright posture. Okay, well, let's go back to our table. I try to resume more or less the distance where we have to place the wickets in order to facilitate the entry of the athletes into the barriers and have gradual, fluent and efficient transition from the acceleration phase to the upright position phase. So let's take for example the 200 centimeter line. So this means that after H7, after the 7th hurdle, all wickets will be placed at 2 meters. We can see that starting from H1 placed hypothetically in 0, the second hurdle comes in 178 centimeters. The third one after 183, 186, 191, the sixth one 1 meter 96, and then from there on we start with the actual 2 meters. So after coming back from Altis, I start working again with younger athletes with different skills, and I wanted to go a little bit more through these numbers, because usually in Altis we were working around this range, but I had to create shorter lines like 150, 160, 180. These ones are numbers very useful when you're working with sub 14, sub 12 athletes, whilst here you go with pro athletes, and sometimes if you need to work on hyperextension of the strides, these numbers can be useful. So the table is here, free of use for everyone. Just let me know if it find useful or not. Another thing that I want to show you guys is how we actually place wickets. So I was thinking to take videos, but then at the end I thought it was much easier to make a little draw. So let's say this is our running direction, okay? And here we have our first wicket, okay? As we said, let's go to the Excel table. Again, let's try to have this. So the second wicket 178, the third one slightly more, and then slightly more, so on. So we will have the athletes running this direction, as said. So the athlete is coming in from here. A very good thing to do to help the athlete getting into the wickets at max speed is to place here some cones, okay? Some cones that give a reference for the last 3 contacts before getting into the hurdle. How do we calculate, for example, this distance? Well, this distance that you see here, it's simply the distance in between these 2 hurdles, this distance, shifted in this direction. Okay, so let's say that we want the athletes to contact the ground here. Okay, so we take this distance and we just move back. So basically, this one, we take it down here, and here we go. Okay, so the distance in between wickets is actually the distance in between this point and this point where we want the athlete to touch the ground. Here we have another one, here we have the third last one before getting into the hurdles, and here the consequence. Okay, so very easy. We simply have to calculate the distance in between the two wickets. We can do this by using feet, is no problem. We take this distance that we have in between 2 wickets, we place ourselves in between, exactly in the middle of the 2 wickets, and we replicate that distance this way. Then we simply put down a cone, and here we go. From this one to this one, we can use the same distance because it's just a reference for the athlete. It's not something that has to be proven scientifically. Okay, so we will just help the athletes coming in, running fast, knowing that 1, 2, 3, and then he is inside the wickets and has to keep this nice upright posture for the number of hurdles that we placed. Number of hurdles can be anywhere in between 10, 15, 18. I've seen lines of 21 wickets. Hope this was useful. Now I show you in another video how to create a reference line so that you can go to track, just lie down a rope with little pieces of tapes that will save you time, precious time, in placing the wickets. Okay, so let's go back to the table, we have a look at this, and we go with the preparation of the lane. Okay, so here we are preparing our first line in order to place wickets with a progressive distance as we seen this morning when I showed you the table. And there we go. What do we need? Meter, a little wide rope. We have 20 meters of wide rope. Simply create a little knot so that nothing will happen on this side. With a little piece of tape, you fix the two together so that you have a common zero. And then we go. Let's check the table. Okay, so for a 1 meter 80 distance down there, when we will have, like, after the 5th wicket, we have to start with the first one at 160. So I previously prepared some little pieces of red tape. Here we go. I just move along the meter till I reach 160. Okay, 160 is here. As you can see, I placed a little red tape. This is the reference for the wicket. So now, from this moment on, I have to keep on going. Now from this becomes our zero now, and we have to move 1 meter 64 that way to place the second piece of red tape. Okay, so it's gonna be a long one. I will see you later on at the track when we will be using this to place the wickets in one lane. Okay, see you later. And here we are, Santana track, and we have a bunch of new wickets. Thank you, Eddie Marathon, for this. So this is time to open them and use them for the first time. Esto. This is Isabel doing the real job of a hurdler. Lie down a rope with little pieces of tapes that will save you time, precious time, in placing the wickets. Okay?